How y'all doing tonight? I want to send a shout out to, y'all see my Queen's Royalty plant? Beautiful plant by my friend Stephanie, Polished and Potted. You know, she repots plants. She made that for me and I love it. This is beautiful. Beautiful. It's amazing. The journey, like everybody is coming together, working together. We're promoting each other's businesses. It's just beautiful. I love everybody. Shout out to Level Me. That's where I got my hat from, y'all. Level Me. Now, and y'all know the sweatshirt is Queen's Royalty. If you want a sweatshirt, holler at me. I also have an event coming up as well this week. I'm participating in the Women's Empowerment by Blessed for Less Boutique. So, you know, it's women empowerment. It's going to be a lot of good stuff. And shout out to Miss Lottie and Blessed for Less Boutique. Shout out to Kings and Queens Pop-Up Shop. Shout out to Unlove Boutique. Shout out to Crystal McLashes, Dope Soul. Shout out to Lovers Lane. Just shout out to everybody doing their thing and how you in these streets. Shout out to Legendary Cuts and Styles. I think everybody just doing their thing. I love everybody. Okay? It's all love here. The underdog. What is the underdog to you? Well, you know I got to read the definition. The underdog is a person in a competition who is popularly expected to lose. Have you ever been in an underdog situation? Like, have you ever had an idea or had dreams and morals and values and shared that, your aspirations with others, and they just laugh at you or, you know, kind of discourage you in a sarcastic way though? Like, has that ever happened? Okay, it's cool. Well, it happens to most of us all the time. We all have an underdog moment in our lives, but we got to stand through it and rise. You know what I'm saying? The underdog. A good example of the underdog. Y'all watch Orange is the New Black with the girls in prison. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Autumn? The girls in prison, like, the top dog would be the person everybody listens to, and the underdog would be the person that don't nobody pay attention to. Like, they get punked, they get slapped around, they get their food taken. Like, you're not taking my cornbread because I want it. You know what I'm saying? No. That's a good example of an underdog. Anyway, let's move on. Proverbs 11 and 12 say, when pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with humbleness is wisdom. A lot of wise people are very, very humble. I know so many humble, wise, prosperous people. Do you agree? I like you humble. I like you humble. I like you to let your success and what you're doing speak for itself. Just let it elevate you. Let it highlight you. Your gifts will make room for you. Do y'all agree? All right. So, when I think about humbleness, I think about, I know this is a bad example, but Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross, like, this man was a whole kingpin, but nobody knew who he was because he was so humble. He walked around every day wearing regular clothes. So the police was looking for him, and they couldn't even find him because he was so blending in with the crowd. Humbleness. You know, this man was the kingpin of the whole city. And you will never know it because he was humble, even though that does not say no to drugs. I'm not selling that. I'm just saying humbleness is an example of humbleness is what I'm saying. All right. Another verse, shall we? James 4 and 10 says, humble yourself before the Lord and he will exalt you in due time. Meaning, if you humble and you take your time and you're meek, like, you're going to be elevated immediately. And I'm telling y'all from experience, like, people will start to know you, start to link up with you, start to inspire you to be like you. It'll happen overnight. Like, it'll feel like it happened overnight anyway, if you just, you know, move about things humbly. Let's do a couple of stories about underdogs, shall we? Cinderella, she was an underdog. Y'all know why? Because her stepsisters and her mother tried to hide her from the prince so he wouldn't marry her. But guess what happened? She found a way. Her fairy godmother stepped on in, hit her with a 1-2 switch and a pumpkin. Bam! Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? You got Beyonce. Hey, Nicola. You got Beyonce coming. But she was an underdog. They was trying to hide the good stuff. You know, black people always try to hide the good stuff when you go in their house. Like, they put the nasty juices in the front, but they had, like, the cakes and the pies up in the cabinet. And sometimes people had it in their room. The good stuff they don't want nobody to take. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hide the good stuff. The underdog. Another story. The ugly duckling. You know, the duck was born and it looked ugly compared to the rest of the ducklings. It was a different color. It looked different. It sounded different. It just, you're pretty too, Nikilla. It sounded different. It just was, I don't like using the word ugly, but the duck was not I think that's the way the name duck come from. Like when people say something about it look like a duck. But anyway, the ugly duckling turned into a beautiful swan. You know, the underdog is what I'm saying. Is the moral of the story. It's talking about the underdog. You know, another one, A League of Their Own. Y'all ever seen the movie A League of Their Own, where the women had to play baseball because their husbands went off into the war? That's where like Rosie the Reverter came from. Y'all ever seen the Rosie the Reverter, the picture of the lady doing like this with the fist? Like that's where that came from. Like when men were sent off to the war and the women were the homemakers, they had to come out of the home and they had to go do all the men work. So they had to go in the factories. They had to play all the sports. And then when their husbands came home, they was like, oh, wait a minute. I could do this. I could do what you could do. And it was a little confusing. But, you know, everybody worked everything out. But women are strong, too. We need a man, though. I need a man, Shantae. Praise the Lord. It's in my design. Okay. Another one, Glory Road. The movie Glory Road, where it was about segregation, whites and blacks. So they put whites and blacks in a football team together. And everybody thought that they was not going to make it because of the segregation and the racism and biases they had in between themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Keisha, that's my boo. Hey. Yeah, so, you know, the underdog, but they rose to the occasion. They won the season. Like, you can't sleep on people. And that's what I tell people all the time. Don't put people to the side. Don't stereotype people. Don't sleep on people because you never know who God is going to elevate. You don't know where your next blessing is going to come from. Like the underdog will knock you out every time. Every time. I see people all the time and I go for the quiet ones in the corner because they the underdog and I know it. It's like, no, not you, her in the corner that's not saying nothing. That's what I want to get to know you. Hey, Miss Curry, I love you. You know, another story about the underdog, Kung Fu Panda. Y'all ever seen Kung Fu Panda? With the panda that was doing karate? Like, he was hopeless. Really hopeless. Like, everybody gave up on him. But he figured out a way to make it work. And he was the warrior. The warrior. And the town could not believe it. The tiger could not believe it. He was like, you the warrior? You the golden warrior? But you're a panda. He's a panda. But he was the warrior. He was the chosen one. You don't know who the underdog is. You better watch out. Is what I'm saying. The underdog. Okay. The little engineer could. Underdog. The Karate Kid. Another underdog. What I'm saying is the underdogs are special people. You know, we have to treat everybody the same. Give everybody the same proper respect. We can't shun nobody or put them away. You know what I'm saying? Because you just never know. You never know who got the glow. You got to go to slow. You got to grow. You know, Enter the Dragon. Am I the prettiest? Sure enough. But he wasn't. Bruce Leroy was. And then he chopped him at the end. The underdog. Like, never let a freshman take your spot. Because they would take it. Monica, I'm telling you. Anyway, the underdog is what I'm talking about. They worked the hardest and slept on the most. The year of the underdog. I feel like this is the year of the underdog. 2020. It's so many people popping out, branding themselves, building their businesses, just everything, buying houses, elevating their relationship, getting married. You know, it's just, everybody's just coming up on the up and up. Come on with the come on. That's all I'm saying. Philippians 2, 3 and 11 says, do nothing from rivalry or conceit, but in humility. Count others more significant than yourself. You know, wish for others what you wish for yourself. That's why I make it a habit of sharing other people's successes, supporting other people's successes, you know, putting the spotlight on other people all of the time. Because that's what I love. That's what I live for. Like, we all are kings and queens in our own way. Everybody. So we all can shine. It's not a competition. It's not a I'm better than you, you better than me. We all can shine. We all have a light inside of us. Do y'all agree? Praise the Lord. You know? And everybody know God opposes the proud. You ever seen a proud person? Woo! Woo, woo, woo! Woe unto them. Humbleness is the key. It's the key. No lie. Yes. When people say, I did it myself, I do everything, and nobody helped me, I kind of back up and stay away because no one person can do anything by themselves. Facts. Not one single person. We need the help of others to succeed. In life, we need it. We have to work together. Now, it might not be every time, all the time, but you can do something to work with somebody else. Even if it's a kind word, even if it's a share, even if it's a referral. I don't know how many of my other friends' businesses I refer people to them and they don't even know I'm doing it. But that's not why I do it. You know what I'm saying? That's not why I do it. Like, we need to work together. We need each other. Nobody didn't think by themselves. Nobody. Especially if you're building a dynasty. You did not do that by yourself. Don't. And that's one thing me and my friends do, you know, that I love. We give each other honor, respect, thank you, encouragement, acknowledgement. Because it's like nobody built anything by themselves. I'm not building Queen's Royalty by myself. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I got a whole squad and a whole community. We building this together. It's not a one person thing. Never. It never is, and it never will be. Let's move on, shall we? Okay? All things work together for those that serve God for the good. Do y'all agree? I agree. Like when you just take your time, just walk in meekness and humbleness and just be ready to serve and submit, like things will happen for you. Things will happen gradually. Okay? Let me tell y'all about a few incidents that I was the underdog. And in these situations, I didn't make the list. Like, I didn't make the cut. And it hurt, but they were learning experiences for me. Okay? I remember one time I tried out for a cheerleading team in middle school. And all my friends made it. And I didn't make it. So, when we tried out for the cheerleading team, at the end of the day, next school day, everybody came to school. Oh, Peach, you made the team? I was like, no, I didn't make it. I ain't make it. I felt bad. I felt sad. I was like 12. I ain't make the team. And I just couldn't understand why. I didn't know if anybody liked me on the team. You just never know why things happen, is what I'm saying. Okay? Another one. I tried out when I was at TJ in high school. I tried out for the dance girls. Did not make the team. Now, I think for that one, I got in trouble in the band teacher class like the day before trials. And she was like, I know you ain't gonna try to trial for my team running your mouth in my class. And I think I blew it right then and there. But I ain't make the team because of that. I feel like. Because there wasn't no other reason. Because my trial was good. Everybody was clapping for me. Everybody voted on me. But she didn't let me on the scene. You know, it's cool. It's cool now. It's cool. It made me strong. All right. Next one. I got offered a job one time and I made plans. And that's why you don't put your trust on one job. I made plans. Like I was planning my life. Like, okay, I got this job. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And they retracted the offer. You know, at the last minute. So that was, you know, the underdog. I just got cut off the box. But I had to keep on going and keep it strong. Keep it strong, y'all. All these things that I dealt with, that I was the underdog, and I didn't make it in those instances. You know? At one point, I thought I was in love with somebody. Like, head over heels in love with them. Thought we was going to get married. They married somebody else. The underdog. I didn't make the cut. Sometimes you don't make the cut. And it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Just use it as an experience. Keep the motivation and keep on going. Learn from these moments. Don't soak in them. You know? Don't keep reliving it. Just think about it and learn from it. And keep on going. Because we are just ordinary people. We just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go. Oh, because we're ordinary people. Maybe we should take it slow. Take it slow. Oh. Yeah. We just ordinary people, so just take it slow one day at a time. You're not going to make the cut all the time. And when one door shuts, another door opens. It's okay. It's okay. Just walk away. Okay. Let me name a few people that were the underdog. The KFC Colonel. He was the underdog. He was rejected a whole lot of times for his chicken recipe. But now he a millionaire billionaire. Got many food chains across the world. Lauryn Hill. She was the underdog. She was rejected. She was going on auditions and they didn't like her. And then she hit a bid. Beyonce. When they went on Star Search, y'all remember that Star Search? They went on there and they was dancing with people. Like, shit, they didn't make it. I think some girls went over them. The underdogs. They didn't do it. But look at her now. She the best performer in America. Like, facts. Can't nobody top her. The greats have been the underdog at some season in their life is what I'm saying. It all comes back to the underdog. We all have a little underdog in us, and we all have a little top dog in us. But you gotta do the work to get to the top. Another person, Eminem. Eminem was the underdog for a long time. And now he one of the world's best rappers. But he got rejected over and over again. I read one of his stories and on Instagram. No, on YouTube. It was talking about, you know, how many times he got rejected from rapping. And then, bam! He met Dr. Dre. And he hit big. So, but before then, he was the underdog. Like, we all have the year of the underdog in us. So, what are you doing with your year of the underdog? A lot of times we want to give up. We want to throw in the towel because things are not happening quick enough. But everything is a process. Everything has to be processed. From the time we go to bed, to the time I was taking a bath, to the sun going up, to you having a baby, the baby growing inside you. Like, everything is a process, and it doesn't happen instantaneously. Ooh, I felt like T.I. didn't it? Expeditiously. It doesn't happen like that. So just take your time. So many ordinary, extraordinary people were underdogs at one point. Am I right? All right, let's keep it moving. All right. The meek shall inherit the earth. Y'all know that's from the good book, right? Let's talk about being humble. A few quotes. Being humble means recognizing that we are now on earth to see how important we can become, but how important and how much of a difference we can make in others' lives. And that's a philosophy that I live by. Like, of course, we all want acknowledgement. We all want affirmation. We all want recognition. That's a given. But how much work are you doing to help share that light with other people? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much are you really doing to shine light on somebody else? And I ain't talking about putting money in their pocket because it's bigger than that. I'm talking about the heart. Like, how much do you do without anybody seeing you? You know what I'm saying? For real. You got to be humble. Walk in humbleness. Everybody say, eat a piece of humble pie. Humble pie. You know? No lie, no lie. Eat a piece of that humble pie. The higher we are placed, the more humbly we should walk. Definitely agree. Definitely agree in that. The higher we go, the more humble we should be. Y'all ever like seen somebody that forgot about where they came from? Or you ever been that person that forgot? And it's so easy to do. Like, we gotta move and we'll forget about where we grew up and how we grew up. Or act different. Like, daddy, I got my check and I was gone. Like, yeah, that's a real thing. And it ain't that you owe anything to where you grew up or anything, but it's like, you don't have to look down on other people because you move. Or you don't have to look down. You ever been in a job, somebody get an advancement or, you know, a promotion, and they forget, like, you was just my coworker. Now you my boss and you talking to me different. What's up with that? You know what I'm saying? You looking at me different. You acting different. Like, be the same. Now, I understand when you get your hair done, nails done, everything did. You do feel like a new creature because you look like one. I know I look like one when I get my hair done. But, you know, you still got to walk in humility and humbleness and grace. You know, don't be a whole another person. Or just don't treat people a different way. That's all I'm saying. I'm almost finished with y'all. Praise the Lord. You ever seen the movie CB4? Where he just had the gold teeth and the Jerry curl juice. And his dad was like, you ain't from the street. I'm from the street. You ain't from the street. And only somebody that was thinking of something glorified. I know some real kids in the street that'll whoop you, boy. You ain't no thug. Know what I'm saying? He was tripping. Slipping a little bit. Okay. Next quote. Work in silence and let the success make the noise. Whoop, whoop. Agree with that. Work in silence and let the success make the noise. Facts. Your success speaks for itself. Pride is concerned with who is right. Humility is concerned with what is right. Now, I think that was a good quote because it's all about being fair and being just. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. Straight up. Like, the prideful will want to be right, going to be right, even if they're wrong. They'll never come down from that. But if you're somebody that walks in humility and humbleness and you can practice that, and it's not easy, then you'll go a longer way. For real. Sometimes it's not always about who's right. Or, you know, transfer of energy or power struggles. It's not. Facts. Keep a piece of humble pie in your life by your side. That's another quote. Something we all should reflect on sometimes because it's easy to get a big ego. I got a big ego. Yes. Yes. It's very easy. But I've been in situations where I've talked to people with guy friends and they be like, Peach, you kind of like up here, bring it down here. And I'd be like, what? But then I realized like, oh, okay. Yeah, I can work on that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to turn anybody off. Next one. 1 Peter 5:5. Clothe yourself in humility. You know, and that's the last one I'm going to say. Because I'm just talking about being humble and being the underdog. So I say that to say, this is your year. This your year. You claim it. Name it, claim it. It's yours. This the year of the underdog. So what you going to do with it? What are you going to do with your year? We about to go into another year. But it ain't too late. It's never too late. You can do it today. Do it tomorrow. Do it right now. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. Straight up. A few people that had confidence that was the underdog. Austin Powers. Even though he's a fictional character, he had confidence and he was the underdog. In every movie, single movie, he's expected to be defeated by the evil people. Dr. Evil and them. Every time he rise up. They be sleeping on that man. Underdog. Underdog. You know what I'm saying? No lie. No lie. Underdog. Confidence is key. Maya Angelou, underdog. Oprah Winfrey, underdog. But this is the year of the underdog, like I said. So, y'all be sure to just do what you do, but watch my shoes. You know what I'm saying?